The issue that Tanggol Wika is raising is that it's anti-nationalist, and that if we don't require Filipino, it will go the way of Latin.
Yeah, but the
How
Supreme
probable
Court
is that?
said, the Constitution does not require it to be at the university level. It just says it must be in the educational system. So it's still in the educational system
still there.
in senior high.
It's
So
a requirement in
it
senior
is.
high.
It is a requirement in senior
Okay.
high. So what the Supreme Court affirmed is the power of the Commission to determine the general education curriculum.
I see.
So that's what the decision was all
If
about.
you move that curriculum to senior high, does the corresponding faculty move to senior high as well?
That is what happened with the other subjects that were moved over. The faculty members either applied to become senior teachers of DepEd or retooled themselves to remain at the university level, meaning they took up their masters to do another field so that they can now teach other subjects aside from the original subjects that they were taking up.
How many jobs were lost in terms of
Basically
the Filipino
none.
teacher?
Basically
Lumipat
none.
lang.
Lumipat lang because after...
That's assuming that you have a system where high school, senior high school, and college are integrated. But you have, you have colleges that don't have corresponding senior highs that you
yes.
can move down to.
No, but the data is, after the K-12 law was passed, government created the K-12 Transition Fund. This fund is distributed between DepEd, between CHED, and between the Department of Labor, so that the affected faculty members have a way or safety net. So those that lose their jobs, they can claim from the Department of Labor. Those who want to retool, they get scholarships from CHED to do their masters, to do their PhD, so they can teach another program. The data shows that nobody applied in the DOLE. That means if ever there was an impact on losing jobs, it was not as significant as it was expected.
Or maybe
Because
they
Dole-
moved out of teaching.
Oh, that is possible. They did other things. Because DOLE returned about 400 million pesos to the National Treasury because there were no claims.
Is there still
Yeah.
a subject? If I'm in college, I want to study Filipino, pwede pa rin mag-elective. Is there an
Oh
elective
yes,
course?
universities can still require it.
So
they can
universities
require.
can
Yes,
still
yes.
require.
They can put it in as a
Yeah.
general education curriculum because the 36 units of GE, 9 units of it is called electives. So a university can decide to keep Filipino and put it as an elective.
Okay, what's the uptake on that option?
Well, I don't know how the universities are responding. Most of the universities, I think, are deciding to put other courses in the electives.
But just on the merits, do you think that it's actually needed to nurture a Filipino-ness that has to be preserved?
In senior high.
In
senior
high.
Okay.
In senior high.
Not necessarily in college.
Not necessarily in university.
Unless you want it to be your expertise.
Yes.
No?
In fact, universities can adopt a Filipino language policy where they will require all the courses to be taught in Filipino, like what UP
That's
is
an
doing.
option.
That is an option that they could do. They can promote the Filipino language by
my.
making it a
Math
medium of
in
instruction.
Filipino.
So,
Pero kayo, sir, not on a
They are
legal level,
parusa.
not on a policy level, but as an educator, would you have personally wanted to still have a mandatory Filipino subject in college?
no. If ever we're going to go back and discuss the issue of language at the university, I would want it to be a language course and let the universities decide. They might want Filipino, they might want Asian languages, they might want to teach Waray, they might want to teach Ilocano.
Any language.
Let them decide what is the competency they want their students to develop, and put a language component there at the university level. We leave it to the universities to decide. They know it better.